Hello, listeners, and welcome to the second season of the Adapt podcast, the podcast about how society adapts to the world's growing challenges. My name is Harish Murugesan, and I am a present freshman at The Ohio State University with a major in computer science and engineering. Now, today I have the honor to be joined by Mr. Steve Wang. Mr. Wang is a highly successful entrepreneur and product manager with extensive experience and certifications as a team leader. He was a PMI Certified Practitioner and an Honored Listee on Marquis's Who's Who. After working at companies like Mersain and Alps Electric, he is now the founder and CEO of Colorpik AI, a company dedicated to measuring and analyzing color. So thank you again, Mr. Wang, for joining me here today.
Yeah, thank you for having me too.
So before we begin and dive deep into Colorpik, I one of the first questions I really enjoy asking is essentially what were some of the steps you took to get to the place you are at today, and what's your story?
Okay, my journey is just being a little bit like mixing colors. Unexpected combinations, leading to some new. After my 10 years design and engineer career, I realized that I just want to build some tools that empower creativity, not just some components, some mechanical parts, So the design practice and the team leadership experience taught me how to turn visions into reality. Colorpik was born in 2018. When I saw artists struggling to digitally capture real-world colors, actually, it's about bridging that gap between inspiration and creation.
Totally. Where did the idea of like the way you said, the way to describe yourself essentially is like colorful and creative. So how did that idea of exploring more into the world of colors come about for you?
Okay, because my background was design too, so I know there's some gap between the real world color and our artworks.
Perfect. Now for the viewers at home, what is Colorpik and what are some of its basic ideas now that we dive deep into Colorpik?
Okay, basically, it's just like a magic wand for color lovers. Seriously, Colorpik is the world's first smart pen that scans any color around you, like your coffee mug, the sunset, even your pet's fur, and instantly recreates that exact color with real ink. So about our big idea, I think that just turn the entire physical world into your personal palette.
Perfect. How does the color pick? I know you mentioned kind of the sunset and the coffee mug. So what are some features that allow for the pen to, I guess, recognize these colors? And what are some of the hardware behind it?
Okay, that's some very high resolution sensors inside the pen.
And so the sensors essentially they work with the app to kind of deal out the colors, or how does the sensors connect to the pen itself?
Okay, we have some special design algorithm, and we have some applications. We have the firmware program. So and the support electrical circuits. So we did everything to turn the color into the real world.
Perfect. So I know color pick is, I think at the base, it's just a pen for now, but do you hope to expand into any other fields or products in the future?
Yeah, that's right. We are dreaming big, beyond the page. Imagine color matching tools for designers, educators, even healthcare applications where color actually matters. Like it can measure your pee, it can decide the test, what's your healthy performance. We're prototyping a pocket-sized scanner for digital workflows and exploring AR integrations. I think point a flower and point with its exact shade in Photoshop instantly, like this. Yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned I think like Photoshop and a lot of digital applications, but is the pen able to, I guess, write in real life in these different shades, or is it just a digital only application so far?
Oh, it's not just the application. It's pretty complex. It's just something like an ecosystem.
Okay, perfect. So I know you mentioned kind of going onto Photoshop, picking different colors, or looking at like a coffee mug or a sunset and kind of taking that color right from it. So what are some of like the positions or I guess situations that kind of the color pick uses to solve?
Oh, okay. So absolutely. Uh, Ever tried matching a paint color to a fabric swatch or digitally recreating that perfect shade you saw on vacation? Traditional color tools are clunky. We solve the "I want this exact color now" frustration for artists, designers, and hobbyists. It's about making color access instant and intuitive.
That makes so much sense. So I know Colorpik is a relatively brand new company on the market, and a lot of the AI and features it's relatively new to the kind of space and technology. I guess we could say a larger frontier we're at right now. So, what were some of the, I guess, struggles or difficulties you faced in kind of actualizing Colorpik and making it an actual product? Because I know maybe there were some market difficulties or technical difficulties. So, what were some of the difficulties you experienced throughout the production process?
Okay, yeah, where do I start? There's several challenges like how can we incorporate the lab grade color sensors into a small pen? Brutal. Yeah. Then there was ink chemistry. Getting 16 million colors from one cartridge took 5 years for failed mixtures testings. Frustration was tough too. A pen that scan colors sounded impossible to early investors. So we did several things to overcome the challenges, and finally we just go through them, and we did it.
Got it. So I know Colorpik is, like I said, it's a relatively new product, and obviously you've overcome a lot of different challenges to, like you said, actualize this product. But do you notice or see any potential competition for this product at this moment, or do you see any competition coming soon?
Oh yeah, uh, there are some color sensing applications in the market, but they are software only. Where the only hardware, software, AI combo delivers, for physical color industry. Competitors show hex code. We put that color in your hand as an actual ink. Plus, our AI learns from scans to improve accuracy. It's totally different.
Now, I know you've mentioned you just mentioned the hex code colors. So by using Colorpick, are you essentially bypassing the hex code system? I think for the viewers at home, the hex code system, you might have seen it in many different applications like Photoshop as well. but hex code is simply a way to pick exact different shades of colors. So going back to Colorpik, does Colorpik get rid of the hex code process, or does it simply build onto the hex code process?
Okay, well, combination. We have hex codes, and we also provide some other format like RGB, CMYK. We can also tell you the exact Pantone codes or raw IAL, raw color codes. So we have several options.
Makes sense. It's interesting how each color has so many different values attached to it. So that's definitely very fascinating. So you mentioned a lot of the AI models and kind of the detection systems and how that kind of works together with the hex code values. So what are some of the, I think, basic software features um and the software design behind the pen and kind of how it is able to precisely compile each color?
Okay, it's 3-step dance. So first, our app cleans up the scan. Then it maps the color to our ink chemistry database. Finally, it sends the receipt to the pen's smart pump. The magic, it gets smarter with every scan. Your 10th sunset scan will be sharper than your first.
Okay, so if I'm not wrong, each time you scan it, does that update the AI model to, I guess, train and look for color better?
Oh, yes, that's right.
Okay, makes sense. Interesting actually. I think a lot of people kind of gloss over the fact of how AI models work, right? They work off of previous knowledge and information. So it's cool to see that each time the user uses it, it's getting smarter, it's getting better, and I think it's finding out more colors. Which kind of moves me to my next question. Um, would you say there is sort of an upper bound or limit that the amount of options there are for color? Because I think on the website and publicly you've mentioned that there's around 26 million different color options. So is this true or is the limit endless?
Yes, this is true. This is the result of R, G, and B. Red, green, and blue. Each kind of color, like R, has 256 different colors. So 256 multiple 256 and multiple 256. The result is 16 million colors.
Wow. So i- is there any chance that, as users start using Colorpik more and there's a lot more users, trying different colors and shades, do you think, like you said, the 16 million will increase over time or we'll be discovering new colors? Do you think this will be a possible after effect later on?
Definitely, we inspire people to use our tool, to use the Colorpik pen to discover new colors. And we believe that we will find more very interesting colors which they love.
Totally. I couldn't agree more. I also definitely think I know recently in the news, I recently read an article dealing with if you notice a lot of modern cars these days, there was a clear correlation and trend between 1960s and 1900s decade cars and modern cars. And one of the clear correlations that many researchers and scientists saw was that over time, a lot of cars became more gray, black, white, colorless, right? Um, the average car in the early decades used to be green, blue. So, as time has gone on, we've seen this kind of clear correlation between a loss of color. Do you think Colorpik will help fight that correlation and help bring more color to not just the car industry, but other industries like the phone industry, even the tech industry? Do you think this is a possible cause in the future of Colorpik?
Yes, I believe. The in the past, it's the color industry is pretty complex. Only very professional guys, only very professional artists like Da Vinci, they can deal with the colors. For common people like my kids, it's almost impossible. They don't have the tool, they don't have the elements, so it's very hard for them to create their own colors. But with Colorpik, I believe they can do it now. I think it's a great tool for creation, creativities.
Totally. I couldn't agree more. And I think personally for me, I've always liked seeing cars with more color and people trying different shades, tones of color. And I definitely think like you said, bringing color can also bring a certain amount of creativity. And like you said in the beginning, I think more color equals more creativity. And I think that's something definitely viewers at home like you or anybody watching this can relate to and help, innovate and create more and more and more. So I think that's a really beautiful effect of color pick.
Yes, yeah.
So moving on to the products itself and users. Now you mentioned color pick users being able to kind of look at different shades on apps like Photoshop. So do you have any other apps that color pick will work with in the future or look to collaborate with, or is it just any app can work with anything?
Or the kids and the students, another target users. We have several applications to encourage them to explore the real world color, and they can measure the color and do some exercise or some training with the color to enhance your memory or enhance your creativity.
Totally. Now I noticed you mentioned like students enhancing their creativity and stuff like that. Do you see any when you see a lot of the users that use Colorpick so far, have they gone down a more educational purpose, or would you say Colorpick is being used in more professional situations?
I think we won't need to more users like kids, which means large population.
Okay. You mentioned like a lot of different users regardless using color pick. Do you hope to incorporate color pick into schools or art institutes, um, different painting places, and different other places that already kind of need that sort of innovation?
Yeah, we have different products for specific users.
Perfect. I think that'll definitely help. Um, I think as a lot of different media forms are affecting kids in general times. I think with the ability to make more color and creativity will definitely help a lot of kids at younger ages kind of explore into the world, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So I know we talked about kind of the 16 million different colors so far, but has there any has there been any colors that you prefer or you really liked over the years after I think you've definitely used this product for a while. So what are some of your favorite colors or shades?
Oh, it's very hard to say. Frankly, I love all the colors because the world is colorful. We need all of them. You know?
Mhm. Yeah, I think that's a beautiful statement. They definitely all work hand to hand. So as we kind of come up to the closing of this episode, I like asking a few of these end questions just to see what leaders think of what's going on in the modern world. So one of my first ones is dealing with artificial intelligence and AI in general. Now, AI is definitely a very controversial topic when it comes to imitating art or taking jobs from many different workers, laborers in the market right now. So, what are your thoughts on AI when it comes to imitating art and imitating different forms of art? What are your thoughts on that?
All right. I think AI is just a tool. It's not an artist, you know. We still need human creativity. The Colorpik use AI to remove groundwork, like color matching. The humans can focus on creativity. Will AI change jobs? Sure, but so did Photoshop. And what's our responsibility? Ensure AI amplifies human potential. Never replace the artist's hand. It's our goal.
Exactly. I also agree, but from a lot of these so-called AI artists, their point of view is simply like you. They're utilizing AI as a tool, but their argument is that artificial intelligence is simply just because always if you go to ChatGPT or Google Gemini, they're simply writing the prompt they'd like the art to come out in, and the AI develops it. So, do you feel that that sort of AI based kind of prompt actualizing is a problem, or do you think the AI itself is a problem for kind of actualizing whatever prompt the user gave?
Yeah, I think there will be new jobs which will cooperate with AI, and there will be some older jobs will be missing. So it's just a trend. We just adopt ourselves to it.
Okay, got it. One of the other last closing questions I have is I know you've definitely started Colorpik from the ground up. So, what advice would you give business and business starters and other startups out in the world? What is some advice you'd give to people who are looking to start their own business someday?
I think the most important job is solving a real pain point, not just a cool package. My cat color struggle was real. Then that how to test it smartly, how to test it cheaply. Listen to users obsessively and protect your mental health. Founder burnout kills more startups than bad tech and hire people smart than you.
So, kind of getting what you want out of people, I guess, right?
Yeah, just to solve a real problem.
Agreed. I definitely think that's very good advice that a lot of people would be able to use. Now, the very last question I love ending on, and it's one of my personal favorite questions. But I ask a similar question to all my guests is what in your opinion is the next frontier of orientation? So currently we're kind of exploring a lot of AI and augmented reality. So what in your opinion do you think is the next AI or the next AR or the next I'd say big thing that the human race will explore.
I call it digital fluency. It seamlessly blending physical and digital experience. Imagine our pen not just scanning color, but understanding context. Scanning an apple would pull up its vital history, then let you paint it with it. True color is its true color. The future isn't just tech; it's emotionally resonant human tech symbiosis.
Perfect.
Symbiosis, yeah, symbiosis.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a very interesting idea to think about and ponder for the future how that'll expand out, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So as sadly we are coming to a close today, so before we close off, thank you again, Mr. Wang, for joining me here today.
Thanks for having me too. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Wang, for joining us. And for all the viewers at home, thank you again for tuning in to this episode. I'll see you next time.